Ang tanga lang. Malamang hindi. Next time, if you're gonna ask for a res, make sure you didn't betray your team before the, uh, kinda hard to ask for a res if you're the reason they died. Para si ano lang yun eh. Yung sa, ano yun? Uh, the mummy. Si skinny dude. Yeah. If you're gonna ask for a res, make sure you didn't betray your team on the last session. Okay, so I have to get the daily up. Ay, tapos ko na to eh. Ulit, sige, fine. Ulitin natin. Seaside living. Um, family has always dreamed of owning a vacation home by the water, overlooking the ocean, cozy coastal living room there. It's cozy coastal living room. Ah, yeah, I've done this multiple times. This is the third time now. So okay, let's just get through it because I need the daily. So ano tayo? Cozy coastal living room. I think I'm gonna use warmer colors to offset the cold environment. So maybe this one kasi medyo hindi pa siya masyadong. Oh, kasi you want it cozy. So hindi siya masyadong jarring. May dapat itong yeah, it's not perfect, but cozy, cozy. Lovely chairs, thin enough for the space. Maano kasi yung space, eh. Masikip. So it's quite important to use pieces that yeah, I'm gonna finish that statement later. Anyway, that aren't too heavy. There you go. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm looking for a table. Ooh, yes, I think so. So my priority right now, obviously, is thinner, lighter pieces because it's such a small space. Um, and I don't want you to feel claustrophobic if I use some. Oh, I think maybe that one. That's nice. If I use oh yeah, that works. That's lovely. A little on the warmer side, but that means I'll just have to offset that elsewhere. So I can use that. Now the problem with the rug here, if I use a rug here, is it does the thing that I said I don't want to do, which is make the space feel small. And yeah, it does precisely that because it defines the space. No, Unko, please stop feeding people, Unko. It's so rude. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's so expensive. Oh, man. No, let me think. Sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes you just think you do. But it does. It's doing this. Maybe it's light. It's small. Um, and it does this nice pattern. It forms a nice pattern with along with the table. I might switch my table though. Let me see. I got. See if we have. Ooh, yes. Mama like maybe that one. Also, it's a little too solid. Nasan si. That one's also nice. Oh. I want the glass table with the tree trunk. Mm, Material wood in glass style natural rustic. Is it rustic or natural? There you go. Hello. Hmm, What's the other one? This one, this, and there's another one. That one's nice. This one's lovely. So again, I have an entire set of them because I like these. It's my jam. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. It's so polite, but it's so small. But I like this one too. So, yeah, I'll get that. And then, so we're going for the whole cozy look. I got a driftwood table. Um, yeah, I mean, yun naman yung sinabi niya. Cozy. Okay, let's make it cozy. Super cozy. I think I'm gonna get something green for that side of it. Um, and it's the color green. Show me what you got. That's not. Ooh, yes. I love these. They're really nice. Not and because I do like those, I'm just buy them. Baka mawala eh. Limited time. So gotta secure those while I can. Mm, I know, right? Anyway, I'll use that. And then, um, okay. See, I got these already. Because these I like. Ooh, that's lovely. But not for here. I do need this though. I do need this. Oh, I'm gonna get that one. Binabawi ko lang ulit yung binabawi ko lang ulit yung aking stuff. So I have a specific set that I run with. Oh, maybe that one's nice. That's kind of nice. Makes it pop. Very sunny. Mm. Material. Wood. Wood! Oh, what do I have to show you? No, not that. I want waffles. I want waffles. Maybe this one. Oh, that kind of works. There's some synergy going on. Moving from one space to another. I'll think about that. Anong pangalan mo? Tozy under Pfeiffer. This is also. Oh, I do have a rustic stool here somewhere. Or this one. I have these usually, but they're not limited edition, so I don't have to rush getting them. I have a very specific setup. Wow. Oh, this is kind of nice, but not for here. Come on, show yourself. I know you're there. Ayun, si Puwet. Tsaka si, ito. Yeah, that one works. Japanese small stew. I like this one, but so raw. Very nice. Mm. But it's cute though. I mean, let's see if I can. Oh, I don't like their plants right now. Which is probably, oh, this one's nice. Not for here, but ayoko ng foliage masyadong dense. Hindi maganda yung silhouette. Oh, this one's nice. Cha, 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 cha. Oh, that's also. But they're not limited edition, so there's no rush. Yun lang yun eh. Do we want it now? It's not limited edition, so no. We will have enough time later. Do I want a lamp? Probably not, because it's such a small table. So, parang that's like asking for an accident. So maybe not. I'm gonna skip the lamp, and then I'm gonna do one more lamp. Sort of nice, not quite. Something that combines. No, mas is one of the sort of. Kumusta naman si Shakira, Shakira? Oh, yes, I love this. I get you, but not for here. Because it goes everywhere, right? That piece goes everywhere. Dali lang. Wait. Yeah, maybe this one. This is quiet enough. All right, there you go. And done. Oh, except for the to buy that. Let's take a screenshot. We can discuss that later. That works out for me. Um, wait, let me just mark that finish. Design. Let's see. Where is my not very decent stylus? Yeah, there you are. I got 1,500. Lugi kasi ako dun eh. Pag tinuloy ko siya. It's pump, pump, infinite paper. Pump image. Yari. Crop that. Crop that. Do, 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 do. Malabo. Malabo. Check. Okay. So, our Ay, hindi ako nag-screenshot ng bear. Na naman, nalilimutan ko na naman. I'm sorry. I forgot again. But you can imagine, you can remember, hopefully, what was there. So, wala to. But the other stuff was already there. So, this was already there. This was already there. And then it's just the wood and the wall. No. Okay, so as long as you remember that, we're good. Pop that out. And then, um, our prompt, our prompt is cozy, coastal, living room. So that's a lot of very cozy things. Uh, a living room is normally cozy because it's a living room. And coastal things, yes, they should be. If your living room is not cozy, something's wrong. And coastal does have the same feel. So it's warm, it's inviting, right? So you think sandy beaches, so that's a lot of beiges. There's a lot of yellows and blues. So there you go. And we kind of did that, right? We ran towards very. So if you think coastal colors, you're actually going to be using a lot of um, wood, uh, wooden furniture, not metal. And that's what we did. We ran through wooden furniture. You can see that here, here. Do I have to point it out? Here, 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 and then here, right? Actually, you can't see the flower pot. The flower pot also has a sort of wooden base. And then adjacent to wood is the leaf motif because of course plants wood. So secondary. So you see how we started from the idea of wait, the beige sand. And we do this a lot. We do this very often. We start from the idea of the beige sand and then we move towards okay. And then we move towards something a little warmer, which is the woodsy color, wood color, right? We jumped to an adjacent color, so that is jumping through color, and then we thought about what that color represents, which is wood. Because we start from sand, right? It's coastal. And then we thought about what that color represents, and then we added leaves because wood usually goes with leaves, right? And then we worked with what is already available in the space, which is this very neutral blue gray, and it looks a little bluer because of where it is. So that's not how we perceive that. How we perceive that color is a little bit like this because of this blue. It makes us think that it's bluer than it actually is. There's a color cast there. So that means we now combine this leaf with this blue, and then we come up with this. We can justify the rug and the wall hanging. So we were talking yesterday about keys. We do that every time. So this is what we do. We take one item. So let's say this is your one idea. Yeah, it's a gradient of some sort. This is your other idea. And then we form multiple half steps in between. This is your key. So they sort of work well together. So here, maliit masyado yung button. So yun, we use the beige color, which is actually also here on the floor. Very useful, very nifty. We jump to an adjacent wooden color because it's also wood, right? The floor is beige and makes you think of sand, but it's also wood. And what color does wood present as? So we can now introduce more natural wood colors. And wood is adjacent to leaves. And then we can combine the leaves with the pattern and the colors of the wall. And so this is what we end up with. No, it's not. Comida may matcha. Which is why it works. Which is why it's cohesive. So you're also going to notice that I added a pop of yellow right here. Because I want you to really focus on the table. There is no other yellow in the room. There is a sensation of yellow, there is a sensation of sunlight, but there's no other yellow in the room. And then you can jump to here, right? You can jump through here. You can jump to here. You can jump. Oh, sorry. My bad. You can jump through here. Ah, and then you can jump through here. All the way back here. Okay. And then you can jump through. So, iikot yung mata mo. If you run through the yellows, you move around the room. So there's flow, there's harmony. And then if we look at the other colors, let's try to look at the blues. What is the first thing you look at? So we already did yellow. You don't have to stare at it. So you really, actually, you stare at the yellow because it's so bright and it's set against all of this black. So masyado siyang nagpa-pop siya talaga. So we're done with yellow. What's the next thing you would look at? You would probably look at the wall hanging, either here or here. So I'm gonna guess at how your brain behaved or what you did. You probably looked at this first and then jumped here. Or what I did is I looked at this first because the shape is interesting to me. There's nothing else surrounding it. All of this space is empty. And it's surrounded by white space. So now the good thing about it is it's angled like this. There's another version of that wall hanging that's mirrored and it looks like this. I mukhang wings. I could, if I took that, it wouldn't work half as well. Why? Because then it will move me away from, it will move me away from the design. And I don't want to do that. So I picked this specific version. So it keeps me here. I will follow the structure, the direction of the structure. It's pointing me to the upper right. I will follow that until I hit this column and then bababa. And now I'm gonna go back here and I can do, and then it redistributes. Right? So I can go in any direction I want. In this case, I already saw this side kasi. Hindi naman kasi tumitigil yung mata sa isang piraso lang. So I will probably move like this. I will see this. And again, these are subtle directionals. So I see this, and my eyes move here, and then I go back here. Pababa. It's another direction. So it just cycles. So you're gonna say, what are you talking about? Good question. You see, these are subconscious lines. They're you can't see them, but well, you can. That's the point. They're not really line directionals, but your brain registers them as lines. And so you're actually, without really thinking too much about it, following the direction of those lines. Then you travel along that direction. And then you travel along. This is all subconscious, so you don't actually actively think about it. But I do encourage you, if you're wondering about it, to when you enter a room the next time you enter a room, think about what the first thing you looked at was without being self-conscious. Look at the room, and then afterwards, think about the first thing you looked at, what was the first thing you saw, the second thing, and the third thing. And then ask yourself, why? And then you're gonna notice that your eyes didn't actually move from one spot to another for no reason. There were directionals. You have reasons to move from one spot to another. So even if you look at this, you're gonna after looking at this, you're probably going to look at the table. I want you to try that exercise. Look at the lamp, and then notice how your eyes won't stay there. They'd actually move all the way down. And then you're going to sense the resonance of wood. So you would be looking at these, and your eyes would move back here. Why is that important? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Why do we care? Because it means that your design has harmony. It has flow. It works. I'm not going to look at that and see only one thing. I will see everything eventually. I will look at everything eventually in due time. Walang nag-aagawan for attention. I can go, hey, this is nice. Oh, this is also nice. This is also nice. This is also nice. And then before you know it, you've looked at everything in the room. And they're all nice. They're all pleasant. They're all working together. Hindi jarring. Your brain isn't like splitting into 2 or 3. So it all works together. Okay, other than that, let's talk about the shape language of the items that I did put in the design. So these are very particularly flimsy pieces. If you look at them, they're like matchstick. I don't normally use this kasi masyadong manipis. Not as big of a fan. But it's useful here kasi the space is narrow. So narrow. Right? Now, if I used a cushier chair, a much oh, sorry. If I used a much cushier chair, that's not gonna feel the same. Kahit pa sabihin nating same color, I make it white with some brown, that would feel claustrophobic now, overcrowded. So, by using very thin pieces, you see more of the area around it. You see more of the negative space. Okay? And it feels lighter. It feels subconsciously lighter. Hindi siya masyadong mabigat. And then, you're going to notice I did the same thing here. This has a very small footprint. Yung iba malaki. You're okay. Stay healthy. Stay safe. So the only really solid thing I've used is here on this side. So, stick. Na okay lang. Kasi nasa gilid naman siya. Right? So I need you to pay attention to the shapes. Right there. And then, I want you to see the parallel here. Sometimes I have to point it out. This is also white. So mukha siyang pattern. Window, window, window. Not quite a window, but if you squint, your perception will lie to you. You're going to think they're sort of the same. It's white and blue, white and blue, white and blue, white and blue. So window, and then this roughly the same shape, or at least the same proportions, if not the same size. What else did I forget? Nope, that's pretty much it. Okay, so ito pa, isa pa, shape ulit. See how this is a scoop and this is flat. Can we switch them? Not quite. Why? Because this serves a purpose. It's a bracket, so hindi ka nalalaglag. Hanggang dun yung, you can tell that we're defining this space talaga. This is a bracket. This doesn't need to be a bracket. But because I want you to see this. I want you to see the console. So, didiretso ko lang. Voila. There you go. Alright? Alright, that's it. So if you have questions, please let me know. But I think we fulfilled the requirements for the space. Another thing I'm gonna call attention to is the way that the floor or the walls move into the floor. In case you don't see that. So meron siyang, it goes in multiple ways. Eh, eh, so grounded siya. Diba? Yung color ng wall na e-echo dun sa floor, anchored siya. Sorry. The rug anchors the colors of the wall and the um the whites. So basically the blue and white. Tapos nakaikot sa kanya yung warmer colors, which is nice. Alright, that's it. Thank you. This is shorter than the last time.